On this episode of Our American Republic, we will discuss our constitutional right to privacy. First and foremost, privacy rights protect much more than our individual pride. Privacy rights are also civil rights, meant to ensure that government will not be legally permitted to gain unlimited access to the people's harmless personal speech, personal behavior, or personal records. Without civil rights to privacy, the government would be legally permitted to forcefully coerce individuals into compliance in a manner contrary to our constitutional liberty. So what did the founders think of privacy rights? When the founders first considered independence from Great Britain, they meant to ensure that new American laws would prevent American governments from oppressing the people as the British King and Parliament had done to the American colonies. Among the worst of the grievances was the British use of general warrants and writs of assistance, which served as overly broad, near unlimited search warrants, which were not dependent on probable cause. Both Virginia and Massachusetts addressed these acts during the American Revolution by authoring state declarations of rights which incorporated the prohibition of general warrants. By 1784, Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina, and New Hampshire followed suit by including similar provisions against general warrants into their own state constitutions. How were such measures incorporated into American constitutional law? To ensure the separation of powers per Montesquieu's federal design, the executive branch of our federal government is not legally permitted to issue warrants as the king had done in England. In the United States, only the judicial branch may legally issue a warrant, thereby limiting executive enforcement powers available to penalize the people. Additionally, the U.S. Constitution includes no fewer than 8 amendments which protect the privacy of Americans. Specifically, the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and 10th Amendments of the Bill of Rights protect privacy rights of the people by limiting what actions all American governments are legally allowed to take in order to legislate and enforce constitutional laws. All of these safeguards ensure we, the people, have more power to protect liberty by limiting the government's ability to penalize the otherwise non-threatening and benign personal decisions of the U.S. citizenry. Privacy is essential to the security of the lives, liberty, and property of the American people. Government must respect individual privacy if it is to remain limited. Privacy reinforces the limits to governmental power by depriving governments of the information necessary to unlawfully and tyrannically focus their might against individual citizens. Consider this: if by contrast one believes government is supposed to know everything, then what purpose do the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and 10th Amendments serve? Should our security from non-government lawbreakers trump individual liberty? Should the concept of privacy change as technology changes? Should our private communications between one another be considered personal property and be kept private from governments and communication providers alike?